Yo, this Keys Raider. I'm hearing news about a couple of things. So one, Amari Cooper is a Raider again. Two, Jakobi Meyers may have asked for a trade. So this is two things that I believe um, that I feel like we should talk about. I would talk about the preseason game with the Cardinals, but like I said, I really just don't like talking about the preseason. Um, Honestly, I don't want to discuss who's going to be on the practice squad and who's getting off the team, fourth string, fifth string player. Like, I don't want to discuss none of that. I'm sorry. Um, Now, for the people who out there playing for their job and doing that, hey, man, kudos to y'all for making it to the NFL and being able to fight for a position. But it's not something that I'm into, and I'm not even going to fake it. Like, I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I'm here for preseason football because I'm not. But, yeah, like I said, the Raiders got Amari Cooper. Some people are saying that because of the Jakobi Meyer news that these two things correlate with each other. Like, we might be getting rid of Jakobi Meyers, and it has been rumors that he asked for a trade. Either way, like I said, I'm a player person, so I can't even lie to you though. I feel like the Raiders were already positioning themselves to get Jakobi Meyers out the way. So if it's like a money situation with him, they already got Beck, who's pretty much a Jakobi Meyers type of player. Not saying they the same person per se, but they have similar attributes. They more of a possession receiver. They do like nice routes, and got good hands. So those two receivers are very alike. Same with like Trey Tucker and Dante. Those two players are very similar. So pretty much our GM got players to replace players that we already have that are veterans if they don't want to play by whatever rules are just like they don't want to go with what we want them to go with. They got other players that play exactly like the players that we have already, and some of them might be better suited. Now, Jakobi Meyers and Josh Beck, let's look at those two receivers. It from the looks of it, just I'm not looking at their sizes and stuff. It looked like Josh Beck is just a little bit bigger, but like I said, when you look at his tape, he's a good route runner, and he got good hands, possession type dude. That's exactly who Jakobi Meyers is. In fact, it's kind of funny because it's almost like how Hunter Renfrow was just like Jakobi Meyers and Josh Beck in terms of play style, just a smaller body, right? And so at this point, we got Josh Beck, who even bigger than Jakobi Meyers, to replace Jakobi Meyers. So it's literally the same play. Now, if we do miss out on the Jakobi Meyers, I think we definitely will miss him because he's a person who don't drop the ball. So it will be felt, but you got Beck right there. So nonetheless, now like I said, you got Trey Tucker, who's a smaller receiver who's pretty fast, but then you got Dante, who is just a little bit bigger. He kind of remind me of Martavius Bryant. He just a bit bigger, and he could do pretty much the same thing Trey Tucker can do. Now, what would I say? I think he may be a bit faster, Trey Tucker, but number 10 is just a bit bigger. So it's like it's not really the trade-off is if let's just say Trey Tucker is gone next year, we got this bigger receiver who's may not be as fast, but he's not that much slower, if that makes sense. He pretty much there with him, but he just bigger, stronger, and so it works out. But adding Amari Cooper to this whole piece is something interesting, and I hope we could keep Amari and keep Jakobi, because all that would do is open up the run lanes for Ashton Genty. So instead of them being able to pack in on a box, they gonna have to really scheme up for Brock Bowers, and then that would leave Amari Cooper and Jakobi Meyers to pretty much have one-on-one coverages, or at the very least, I would say this: if they able to spread them out, let's just say you got Amari Cooper, you got Trey Tucker and a Jakobi. That's a good receiver set out there. Or you could get interchangeable and maybe take Jakobi out and put in a Brock Bowers, because we all know that Amari Cooper, he's a route runner just like Jakobi, but he's a bit faster than Hunter Renfrow, Jakobi Meyers, or Josh Beck, but he's able to route run. His route running is immaculate. He may not catch the ball every time, but I think if we looking at it at this angle, Amari Cooper haven't really had ever since. Well, Josh Allen. Let me get this straight. Josh Allen is a great quarterback, but when you see him play, he's more of he wants to make every play. He's a great quarterback, but it's he want the success to come through him, so he don't always use his receivers to the best ability. And then Amari Cooper also came from Cleveland before the Bills, and we know how Cleveland is. Cleveland is dysfunctional. Their quarterback situation has been bad. Baker is probably a last. And Baker, you know what I'm saying? They got rid of Baker, but he was actually a decent quarterback, which is crazy to me. But so, yeah, Amari Cooper was there in the Deshaun Watson era. So he hasn't really had the best quarterback play, in the sense that his quarterbacks are consistently looking to hit a receiver. But I think Geno, he's more of he's going to run, but he's also running, looking to pass. Josh Allen, he's running to run. And then they going to kick it out today. They kick it out today, running backs and stuff like that. So, yes, Josh Allen is probably a top 5 quarterback. But when you look at the tape and when you watch his games, he don't always hit his receivers. And it's a weird. Like, I know it might come off as weird for me saying that. Just look at the tape and just look at his play style. Like, Josh Allen is going to run, and he is going to try to run over some linebackers, some corners, and stuff like that. And I think, like, what I'm saying is kind of like a reason why a person like Stephon Diggs tried to get out of there, because it was good at one point. He was passing it to Diggs, and then it became a point where he just stopped passing it to Diggs, and I don't know what really happened there. But nonetheless, I think Amari Cooper being with the Raiders right now is good for him, because he don't have to be. He probably will be the X, in my opinion, but with Brock Bowers being there, Brock Bowers is going to be the person who take up most of the double teams, right? Because no linebacker can really guard Brock Bowers at this moment. A safety, maybe, but they going to be in trouble. A cornerback is too small. So they going to have to figure out how to guard him. And while they figuring that piece out, that leaves opportunity for our receivers to have more favorable matchups. And I just believe that, like, when you look at Amari Cooper and when he had his most success, it was always another player there to kind of take off his load. Okay, so when he was with the Raiders at first, he was the number one, but Michael Crabtree was the person taking that load off of him. And we can even kind of like argue that Crabtree was the X, but you know, I think it was like interchangeable. Like, some plays Crab would be the X, sometimes Coop would be the X. But when you look at it, both other receivers had 1,000 yards. So it was like, you know, they might have doubled Coop, but Crabtree was going crazy. And they couldn't really stop him. And so, honestly, we kind of got an offense like that, but with, I would say, some better pieces in certain places. And I wouldn't say Coop is still the young Coop that was there, but he still got those same abilities to as far as like his route running, his speed, his strength. Like, Coop is not no small receiver. He's actually pretty big, like probably like 220-ish, 6'1", 6'2". Like, that's pretty big. And I think having a Brock Bowers here, having an Ashton Genty here, plus if they keep Jakobi Meyers, I think that's a solid offense. And I mean, I already said I believe the offense is good, but if they could keep Meyers plus Coop, that's like, I can't even lie to y'all, that's easily a top 12 offense. If the offensive line is cool, that's a easily top 12, maybe even a top 10 offense. And they pretty much will be able to do whatever they want. Now we just really gotta hope that the defense hold up. But yeah, with all that being said, we just got to see what's up with Jakobi Meyers. If he get traded, I mean, it will kind of take away from the Coop trade. I can't even lie to y'all. It's going to make it look a lot less interesting. But what I'm saying still stands, because Brock Bowers, a monster. Ashton Genty, a monster. And so the defenses will be focusing on these two players, which make Coop a third to fourth option, and he gonna be open. He's gonna be open. Trey Tucker, he's gonna be open. Dante, those players will have opportunities to make something happen this year. Will they be 1,000-yard receivers? Maybe not. But I will say this: you add up what they will bring to the table all together, it might add up to 1,200, 1,500 yards. We may see 700 yards apiece from Coop, from Trey Tucker, and Dante. Like, it's a possibility that we may not get 1,000 from them. I think we're gonna get 1,000 from Brock. We might get 1,100 from Ashton Genty. But if we could get 700 yards a piece from all them dudes, how much is that? That's 2,100 yards plus the 1,000 you gonna get from Brock Bowers if healthy, and the 1,000 and some change that you get from Ashton Genty if healthy. That's a great offense, bro. But yeah, that's just something to think about. And I'm out. Just had to give y'all a little something off my dome about the Cooper and Jakobi Meyers trade news. So yeah, y'all have a good Monday. I gotta go to the gym. Keith Raider out.